Okay, there's your elephant for you. Somebody said elephant the other day. I want to hear elephant for the alarm. There you go. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at some more topics about our interviews that we've been looking at. Your bell rings for today was application and candidates. Okay, now that we're done with those, what is application? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What was that? Yeah, you fill out for a job, okay? That may be a simple term for some of you. Some of you may have never heard the term application, okay? I don't want to take for granted that any of you, I don't to assume that any of you know some of these simple terms, okay? These are important to know, all right? Someone may say, if you're at a job, say, okay, fill out an application. What that is, you're going to give them information about you and your background. Maybe they even ask places you have worked. They may ask your school history, things like that, okay? As long as you guys are, the application should be pretty simple. And we will actually fill out one in here. I have one here, and we'll be looking at that next week, okay? And we'll even let you fill one out just so that you see some information that you may need to have with you whenever you go to apply for a job. The very first job I applied for, I remember them giving me a sheet of paper that said, hey man, you can fill this out over there, just sit down and bring it back to me when you're done. Okay, when I was over there, I was like, ooh, it's got a previous employer's address. I have no idea what that was. It's got this information. It's got some of this and this and this. I was like, I don't have that with me. I don't know what my hospital's address was, off the top of my head. And I asked some things like that. So I want you to be prepared when you go in there so that you know some of the standard application procedures and what is usually on an application, all right? So we'll look at that, okay? So that's what an application is. You have applications not only to work at jobs, but you have applications when you go to college. There's applications for admittance, meaning accepted into the college, okay? So there's applications other places. All right, candidates, what is that?
A person who applies for a job or is nominated for election.
Right, okay, candidate. That means whoever, like you said, could be nominated for an election or something like that. But as far as jobs go, what was the job part of that definition? Say that one more time. Now listen up.
A person who applies for a job or is nominated for election.
Right. All right. You have to be able to apply for a job to get a job, okay? They're not going to go just pick some random person off the street and say, hey, we're giving you a job, here you go, all right? So you have to apply to be able to even be a candidate. Y'all see how those tie together? If you don't apply, you're not a candidate. A candidate is someone that they pick for that position, all right? Just like she said about the voters, we have people that are candidates, and that's who our options are to be president, okay? So a candidate is going to be your options for that employer for that job, all right? So that's why we did these two bell ringers, okay? We're trying to tie it all in together as far as the interview process and the application, all right? Our objectives, and we're continue working on these today, and we have been throughout the week because this is just so important for you guys. All right, students will be able to explain and utilize interviewing skills, right? We've talked about the 5 processes, okay? Students will be able to successfully complete a mock interview. We've been talking about that, in depth as we've been going through. You guys did your group activity. Y'all talked about interview questions, okay? We will be doing the mock interviews once we complete going through the interview process and steps, okay? I want you to be fully prepared before we jump into it, all right? Our next topic for today is we're looking at some reasons why people may not be hired. Okay, it's very important to know what not to do. We've looked at some videos, we've looked at some little inserts, but now I'm going to give you some statistics, okay? And also looking at how you're rated during an interview. All right, I'm going to pull up a chart for you. All right, reasons why interview candidates may be rejected. All right, lack of technical ability. And that could be just a simple computer skills, okay? A lot of times when you go to order your food at Burger King or McDonald's, y'all see them tapping on the screen, right? They're not writing anything down unless you're, get at a more formal restaurant, right? You see them tapping on the screens, but then even if you're at a more formal restaurant, say even Ruby Tuesdays or Cracker Barrel, whatever it is, if you watch them, they go over there and they type on the computer and they do all that, okay? If you lack any computer skills whatsoever, they'll be really standoffish, okay? You guys have my class, so y'all are be good to go using computers, as simple as searching or just utilizing them, okay? So y'all are be good with that, all right? Not qualified. What did qualify mean? We just did some of our bell ringers. What did qualify mean? Somebody can tell me? Oh, y'all are really shy. Come on. What was qualification?
A quality or accomplishment that makes someone suitable for a particular job or activity.
Right. Okay. So that means that they fit for that job, okay? Not qualified could be, say you're finished with your college degree and now you're applying for a job, all right? If you didn't have the appropriate degree, you might not be qualified, all right? Or if maybe you didn't have a degree and you're applying to a job that required a degree, you might not be qualified, okay? But if you're qualified, then usually that's when you get an interview. Usually you make it to the interview once you do have the qualifications met, okay? Core communication skills. You know how we talked about our body language, nonverbal behaviors? What's an example of nonverbal behavior? Just off the top of your head. What's an example of nonverbal behavior? The way that you talk, yes. What about your eyes? Eyes, the smiling. Yeah, your posture. Good. What else? All right, nobody over here. Somebody give me something from over here. Y'all know. Y'all are laughing. What do you got? Come on, Daniel. What's an example? What about the way you sit? Is that nonverbal behavior?
Tone of voice.
Do what?
Tone of voice.
Tone of voice. Good. Yes, very much so. Yes. Can you give me one? Letitia? Would you want to slouch over on the desk? No, right? Just the way that you portray yourself, okay? All right. No understanding of the organization. When were you supposed to find out about the organization?
Before the
Before the interview, yes, the night before, right? So you're supposed to do your research, and that's the reason why. They don't want anybody that just comes in, it's like, hey, I'm here, I want this job. It's like, do you know anything about us? Okay, they want you to have a little bit of a vested interest in who you're applying for. Okay, lack of proper etiquette. Okay, I mean the way that you talk with them. Okay, if you don't say yes sir, no ma'am, the way you portray yourself. Okay, that's a huge portion. All right, just the way you portray yourself. Okay, and the tone of your voice and things like that. Okay, that's a huge portion. So make sure you go in confident. Say, hey, I've got this. What do you got to lose? Okay. All right, second portion that I want to show you is now that you're in the interview process, okay? Now we're looking at during the interview process. How are you rated during the interview, all right? You know, I said a while ago, job qualifications, this is only 10% because for you to have an interview, usually they've already looked at that, okay? Job qualifications on this portion, maybe they just found out more about you and they realized, well, maybe they're not as qualified as I thought they were, okay? So that's the only reason why this is 10%. All right, attitude. Look at this. Look how big that piece of the pie is. I don't want that piece of the pie. All right, attitude. That means smile on your face, nice, friendly person, right? Okay, attitude, the way you portray yourself again. All right, appearance is 25%. Okay, wow, that's just, what do we practice? When do you get your appearance ready? When do you get your clothes and stuff ready? The day before, right? The night before, so that you're prepared. One last thing. You know how we are girls? You're like, oh, put one thing on. It's like, I don't like this. We take it off. We go put another thing on. And before you realize it, 15 minutes have gone and you've changed clothes 5 times, right? So you don't want to be late for your interview. So make sure y'all still do that the night before, okay? All right. Communication skills is what percentage?
25.
25%, okay? Communication skills, that's just talking, okay? You know, we watched the videos, some of the girls were over there, just barely talking. You wouldn't want anybody, if you went to, I say food places a lot, but what if you walked up there and she's like, what's up, people? You know, and they couldn't hear you, and the customers are, what? A what? You know, or you're trying to repeat their order. Did you get fries with that? You know, what? They couldn't hear you, right? So make sure you have communication skills. You talk, you know, be loud and clear. I'm not saying yell at them, let me tell you about myself, okay? We're not talking about that. Just normal communication. So try not to be too modest, too quiet, where they can't hear you, okay? So that's the gist of it, okay? How you're rated during the interview. Not even talk about, what you did really before so much, other than some of your qualifications. I mean, that doesn't even talk about how you answered the questions. Those are some stuff that we can, in our head, communication. Okay, just speak clearly, be great, be firm. Attitude, smile. All right, everybody loves a cheerful person. If you can get your attitude good, hey, you can win the battle, right? Okay. All right, so we're going to move on, and we're going to look at. We talked about during the interview the evaluation. Okay, when we do your mock interview, what I'm going to be looking at, guys, is we're going to come in here. I'm going to have you dress appropriately. Okay, we're going to have a firm handshake. Okay, something else we're going to look at is maintain eye contact with me. Okay, the interviewer. All right, I'll be interviewing you. All right, you maintain good posture. We talked about sitting up straight. All right, everybody, for 2 seconds, show me how you'd sit. What would you do if we were interviewing? You just sit up straight, nice and neat on the table, right? Looks good. Okay, y'all got that part. Y'all get it. Y'all get a 5 out of 5 on that. Good job. All right. Don't fidget. All right, show me fidgeting. What would you do if you were fidgeting? Kind of just play with your hands, or just what is fidgeting? Y'all show me. What is fidgeting? Just kind of nervous. Antsy. Some people might do this. Right? Okay. So we're not going to fidget. So y'all already got that. Y'all are not fidgeting. So y'all already win that part. So 5 out of 5. Y'all got this. Right? Use hands for emphasis where appropriate. All right? If you're saying, I have this large scale item, or if you tell somebody like the fish story, it says use appropriate. Okay? It's hard to talk sometimes without using your hands. You just sit there all solemn the whole time and just talk, they're kind of boring. So you give some life. That's why I talk about using your hands. All right? All right, now we're looking at some verbal behaviors. Okay? This will help you with your communication skills and your attitude. Okay, so you're getting both of the pies. All right, we'll finish up if the break bell rings. We'll finish up after break, but I'll continue through. All right, number 1 that will be evaluated is listen closely to questions. Okay, so make sure you're paying attention. Listen, that's an easy winner, right? Y'all can listen. Y'all listening now. Good. So that's 5 out of 5 for you. Answer questions completely yet briefly. Okay. Even if you get a little long-winded on that, I promise I'm not going to mind, they're not going to mind, because you're not going to spend 5 hours on a story, okay? You can answer them, be precise, be positive with them, and move on, okay? I will tell you, though, do not just answer yes or no. Remember we talked about that, okay? In some of my other classes, I'm not going to name who, but one of their responses was to a question that said, why would I pick you as my candidate? Their response was, because I'm better than the other guy. Okay? So that, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, that will not be sufficient. Alright? So give me a little more detail, okay? Tell me a little bit more about what kind of skills do you bring to the table? Why would you be a good communicator? Okay? Or something like that. Alright, greet an interviewer by name. Alright? So say you were walking in and you met them. Say, hey Daniel, thanks for the interview. Okay? That's easy, right? That's 5 out of 5, right? Just meet them by name. What's my name? When you say my last name, you have to say no more. Miss Jones, right? So y'all got 5 out of 5 out of that, right? Y'all will succeed, okay? So you're done with that one. Alright. Emphasize qualifications. Okay. This one is more the interviewer's skills, okay? Qualifications. Say whatever we pretend to interview for. Pretend that you have a bachelor's degree, okay? You tell me where you got your bachelor's degree from when asked, and you tell me a little bit about your degree, all right? Simple enough. You just answered the asked questions, right? So you'll be guided through it. Let's see. Pointed out work-related skills, okay? This could be, if you've been working on a computer, say as a receptionist, okay? You could have told me about some of your skills using Microsoft Word. What we're doing here, okay? You could type letters for them and things like that. Alright? Displayed enthusiasm. We talked about this. This is excitement, joy, you're ready for this job, right? Y'all got that one too. That's easy. Alright? Focus on strengths, avoided weaknesses. Alright? Remember, if they did ask you the turnaround question, what is a weakness? Remember, we're going to turn it around to a positive, right? We're going to make it, well, my grammar's not the best, and I have a country southern slang that I'm working on, but I do know, when I have traveled, people do enjoy it, my southern language, but that is something that I continue to work on, daily. So you can see, even if you say you're working on it, they appreciate that you're working on it. Let's see what else we got. We'll be looking at. Acted in a polite manner. Y'all are all polite. Y'all say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, that kind of thing. I got 5 out of 5 on that one. Good. Easy, right? Stay calm, all right? I've heard of people passing out while they're interviewing because they get so nervous, all right? Just breathe. You'll be fine, okay? Stay calm. Responding to questions promptly, but not hurriedly, okay? Hurriedly means if you talk really fast, oh my goodness, let me answer it, and I'm going to make up something that's dishonest. I'm going to try to tell you this real quick for the bell rings. Someone we know had an interview at Taco Bell yesterday, all right? And I was just in shock when my husband told me. On her application that we have in our bell ringers, she put that she had worked at Bojangles for 3 years. She lied on her application. She turned in her application 2 weeks ago. Okay? She had an interview yesterday. They asked her, tell me about your experience at Bojangles. How long did you say you worked there? They had it on their paper. She said 2 weeks. She forgot. She lied on her application. She was dismissed right then. Okay? So, don't lie. Be honest. Not only even if she had remembered, okay, guys, listen to this. Even if she remembered, 3 years, it was great. I love my manager. I had to quit working because of my kids. Their schedules didn't just match up. Even if she had lied and it had been a good lie, they would have later called Bojangles guys, because that's what they do. Said, hey, can you tell me about this personnel? They said they worked there for 3 years. What can you tell me about them? No, they worked here for 2 weeks. Then you don't get the job anyway. Okay? So be honest with them, even if it was 2 weeks. You could tell them about that you worked there, your schedules maybe just didn't align with your kids, and you really had to find something else. So it was no big deal, no hard feelings, no hard feelings or anything like that. Okay? So make sure, we talked about this already, be honest, right? But that was true story, okay? Yesterday, y'all, I'm sitting on my couch doing homework. I'm like, are you kidding me? And that's just she could have had the job. She hadn't lied. they didn't really care that she'd only worked there 2 weeks or anything like that. She could have had that job. They even told her, hey, be prepared to start tomorrow. After your interview, just be prepared to start. Yeah. Whew. So, she said she had it in the bag. She just had to take it. Okay? Let's see. Knows when a decision will be made. All right? And I say this one. This one we asked, remember, we said, ask the interviewer, you can ask them, when do you think a decision might be made? When do you expect to hear from them? Okay? That's a great question, ending question. If they ever ask you, what question, right? We'll look at these when we get back. Alright, so yesterday we watched our Appearance Matters videos. You saw things to wear, you saw things not to wear. What were some things that you're not supposed to wear?
Cologne and perfume.
Heavy makeup.
Heavy makeup.
Jewelry,
Yeah, heavy jewelry, okay? Something like this. This will be alright.
Or inappropriate clothes.
Yeah, appropriate clothes. I wouldn't wear, this is okay teaching it, but I probably wouldn't wear it on the interview. My pants are kind of loud, they're bright. I wouldn't wear that, okay? Now, the top might be alright, but I wouldn't necessarily wear red pants. You wouldn't wear leggings or something like that. What's something else with shoes that you shouldn't wear on an interview?
Tennis shoes. Sandals.
Tennis shoes, sandals, right? These are closed-toe shoes, but these shoes will be okay. Something like that. You don't want to wear any flip-flops. All right, what else? Can you think of anything else?
Don't chew gum.
Yeah. What would you say, Nancy?
Don't take relatives.
Yeah.
Don't take relatives and friends.
Yeah, don't take relatives and friends. Okay. What about? They talked about grooming and your hair and things like that. What is it about that?
Brush, neatly pull back.
Yeah.
Shave.
Yeah. What? Deodorant? Yeah, yes. Make sure you please do use deodorant. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Yes, make sure you do use a deodorant. You'll get nervous, and they say that because you'll get nervous in an interview. You might sweat, you know, and you don't want to get out a bad fume, right? With your hair, okay, you can wear it down, you can wear it neat. Just make sure you do wash it, okay? Because I think when you're in an interview, if you don't take care of yourself, they start thinking, well, will this person take care of my business? If they don't even have pride enough to take care of themselves. All right? Not that they may think that you're unclean or anything like that, but they know that you should take the interview very serious. You should take pride and make sure you have the best of the best, okay? I'm trying to sell yourself, all right? So with your hair, yeah, you can leave it down as long as it's clean. If for some reason you're having a bad hair day and you're like, I can't fix it, then you can always pull it in, just a nice little neat bun for girls. And guys, I mean, if your hair's that long, then, you know, I hope you had it in that bun, okay, or something. But make sure it's everything nice, neat, and clean. What else? What else you learn? What if you got a skirt on, girls? Where's it supposed to come to?
Touching
At least to
your
your
knees.
knees, right? Past it. Alright. What about clothing? It's supposed to be all wrinkly?
No.
No, right. Okay. Yeah, wrinkle free maybe, iron it the night before. The best thing for you to do, so you don't get in one of those frenzies of throwing clothes everywhere, nothing fits right. Pick it out the night before, okay? So that you're ready, you're calm. That's one less thing that you have to run into that morning, okay? Let's see, did y'all learn anything else?
Always look straight in the eye.
Yeah, turn off your phone. Good one. Yeah, a lot of us forget that one, or even just leave it in the car. Sometimes I have had to have them. They've asked me maybe for a number or something to someone I used to work with, you know, as a personal reference. Very seldom have I ever needed my phone. Maybe, like I said, that might have been one occasion. Okay, so leave it in your car if you can, or leave it in a purse at least. Ladies, if you do take that in. So one of you girls mentioned nails. Do have those nice and neat. You know, you don't want to be like spotty dotty in there and, you know, have all kinds of nails. And it's not major. It's not a major thing, but it is nice and neat. It shows that you take care of yourself. Okay, that thing. Anything else?
Make sure you look into the employer's eye.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
Be clear.
Make sure you're looking into the interviewer's eyes. Anything else?
That's about
All right. Today, one of our bell ringers is nonverbal behaviors, okay? We're going to look at that real quick. What was the definition y'all got? What did y'all get for nonverbal behavior? Do what? It's great. That's perfect. Communication without words. All right? For instance, if I was talking to you and I just threw my hands up, what would you think that means? What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know.
Facial expression.
Do what?
Facial expression.
Yeah, facial expression, anything like that. Have you ever rolled your eyes at your mom and she said, "Don't roll your eyes at me"?
Yeah.
Okay? Don't roll your eyes. You know, that's saying something without actually saying something, right? Okay? What that is, nonverbal behaviors, like you just said, it's body language. Okay? What was some other? You said eye rolling. What's some other nonverbal behaviors like? We had the list.
Tone of voice.
Posture, yeah. What's that?
Tone of voice.
Tone of voice is actually part of nonverbal behaviors, because even though you're talking, if you talk real loud or really low, then you know that is a verbal behavior. As far as you know, they're not looking at the words that you're saying. They looked at your tone and the way you said it. Okay, so yeah, that can get a little tricky, but yes, that is correct. What else? What was another nonverbal behavior? Somebody? Anybody got another one?
Posture.
Yeah, posture. Yeah, posture is a good one. Okay, all right, y'all are pretty good. Y'all know most of them. All right, the way you hold yourself, walking in, like someone said, sitting up straight. All right. And yesterday I told you to double check the definition. I looked at some of your jump drives on the definition of portfolio. Some of you had the metal case, which yes, they do make a portfolio. Some of them would call like a bin a portfolio. But the portfolio definition that we're looking for today is one that demonstrates work samples in it. It may be as simple as a notebook like this. All right, y'all see this? This could be served as a portfolio, okay? It may have a certificate of Microsoft Word. It may have a picture of another document that I made. Now, if you're, say, you're in carpentry, you may have some pictures of some cabinets you made, picture of a dresser you made. This notebook portfolio should serve as like work examples. It shows your history, okay, things that you can do. If you have some achievements, like say you had awards, like I have some Microsoft Office awards, I would make copies and put those in it, okay? And that's another tool that can help you to get a job, showing you that you're more qualified, okay, than someone else. Okay, those are just a brief startup interviews.
How would you describe yourself? Are you doing that? No, how would you describe yourself? How would you describe yourself? How would you describe? How would a friend or professor describe you?